Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Game Pass. I'm Nathan, and if you are playing a wizard, you have found the right video. There's a lot of good wizard stuff in this game, but I can help you find a wizard hat that gives int, a wizard hat that gives more int, 2 fantastic talismans, and 2 fantastic spells that you can get technically from the start of the game. So let's not horse around and just get straight into it. Here's how to find some bomb sorcery gear to make your wizard or spellblade incredibly strong from the start of the game. Before I go too far, there's going to be spoilers for both Lunaria of the Lakes and the second dungeon, as well as the first boss of that dungeon. The boss spoiler is in the final part of the video, and I will warn you again when we get there, but you can get both spells, one of the hats, and one of the talismans before encountering the boss. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to sneak into the school, kind of like Harry Potter did in the one where he had the flying car, maybe? I don't actually remember much about those books, but regardless, we're busting in and taking what we want, which is the Terra Magicus spell. This is an absolutely fantastic spell to get as early as you can because casting it buffs your magic ability within its sigil. In order to get there, you're going to have to find the Academy Cave, which is hidden around here on the map up against the Academy wall. Now, it does have a fire door, which means you need 2 of those stone sword keys in order to get inside. Once you're in there, be warned, all of the Wizard School delinquents also apparently use this cave to like smoke weed or something behind the teacher's back, and they're not happy that you're interrupting their little group and will throw dingleberries at you non-stop. So it's not the easiest cave to traverse. Once you get to the end, there will be 2 bosses, these Crystaline entities. You basically deal no damage to them until you break their poise and then hit them with a chunky critical, and then you can attack them as usual and they will die. I highly recommend targeting the mage one first, as it's the most annoying. Once they're both dead, just continue on forward, climbing up to the tower, and inside of a chest, you will get our Terra Magicus spell. However, this tower does not actually have access to the rest of the academy, so I guess we should learn how to get into it legit for the rest of our cool stuff. In order to get into Hogwarts, you have to get a letter of recommendation, which is also known as a glintstone key, which you can find here on the map on a body behind a dragon. Once you have it, pop into the academy through the main gate, which can be found near this point of grace. And this is the second main legacy dungeon of the game. Once you are here, you're going to want to head down the elevator and run through this area as fast as you can. There are 2 wizards at the top of these stairs that will do high damage to you. I suggest killing them so you can open the door in peace. Once you're in the church, just run to the left and hang left again. You will find a grace and pop it. If you sit, the enemies will de-aggro. I decided to just kill them. Now, the next one's going to require a bit of sprinting, so grab those running shoes and start praying. We are going to dash through this entire area as fast as we can. These enemies will try and grab you, and if they do, they take both hit point and FP, so watch out. As you approach this bridge, there are marionette soldiers above that will fire arrows at you. Just keep running, and don't look back. Climb up this hill and then enter the very obvious doorway through. At this point, a dog will probably chase you through that you will have to kill, but that's fine. Once you get here, don't continue to the next area because it will spawn a mini boss. Instead, we're just going to jump on this moving water wheel platform and ride it to the top. Once there, just hop off of it, run into the nearby left area, and pop the grace. From here, it's actually extremely easy to go get our first hat. A hat that grants 3 ints at the cost of some HP. If you run forward, kill this guy, and then hang left, you should loot these 2 treasure chests as they have good items in it, and then behind the body is an invisible wall that you can hit through. Grab the stone and then turn around, run forward, and jump down to the lower area. Once here, you're going to climb these rocks at the far end, continue around the path, and you will find your Int Hat. This hat gives +3 int. However, there is a better version of this hat that gives +6 int, which is in my opinion the best mage hat in the game. However, we will have to kill a boss for it, so we will get to that when we get to that. From here, you can simply hop down, return to the grace. Now let's go get our spell and sorcery item. Right, for this one, you're going to have to run through this area here. I recommend backstabbing as often as you can. Once you turn the corner, there are a buttload of wizards over here, and they all want to kill you, as well as a pothead man. I suggest just running away because they are just going to literally rain dingleberries on you like hail from hell. So ignore them, run up the stairs, turn around, kill this guy on the stairs, and move forward. Now, if you go directly left, that bookshelf is an illusionary wall, so we are going to hit it and run through as fast as we can. Once here, run up to the item straight ahead of you and pick it up, and it is the Comet spell. This is a great spell. It reminds me a lot of the Great Arrow spell that you can get later in the game. It shoots a big ball of exploding comet dingleberry juice. It's pretty good. However, we also want to get that Talisman, which will increase all of our sorcery damage by 4%. So what we're going to do is climb up to the upper level and then run around the back and then take a leap of faith down into this spot between the walls. Once here, you're going to continue forward and drop down between the spot between the walls again. Now, this room has 1 item, but it also has a lot of those little baby pothead guys, and you are going to want to kill as many as you can. can, because once you pick up the item, they will all aggro. So kill some on your way there, and then grab yourself that Talisman. Again, this Talisman grants a permanent 4% damage to all of your spells if they are sorceries, which is a fantastic item if you're a wizard. Once you have this, open the double doors, and you will be thrust back into that Dingleberry Hailstorm Hell world where all these stupid wizards are. I suggest just hoofing it back up. If you keep going forward, here you will find the boss store with the boss, which we will have to defeat if you want to get the +6 crown. Now, I will provide some very basic tips about beating this boss. However, if you don't want spoilers about killing the boss, just skip to the next section after I have defeated it, and it shouldn't be a problem. Alright, so this boss is a magical dog that is way less cute than Sif, and so I do not feel bad about killing it. Basically, it has a handful of moves. Most of it will summon the glint blade knives that will then fly at you after a short delay that you will need to dodge. It also can summon a sword in its mouth to try and attack you, but it actually has surprisingly low poise. So I found that spamming it with high poise attacks, such as the Moon Katana's attack or Rock Throw, is great at knocking him over, and then you can land a hit. A very tanky summon can also pull damage away. The main thing is you don't need to close distance on this guy. He will close it on you, so play cautiously and you should do okay. Once we've killed this bad boy, we can grab the Grace and let's go get ourselves a great talisman, the Radagon icon. This is a particularly great talisman for wizards as it decreases your casting time, which normally you'd have to invest into dex for this to work. To get it, it's actually very simple. From the point of grace, just head out and turn right, then hop over the fence, climb up the ladder, and then pop through the broken window. You are now above where you fought the boss. On the right hand side, you will find the icon, and on the left hand side, you will find an item. Pretty dang easy. So let's go find ourselves our +6 Int Hat, which is not as easy. Head out and just head to the left up this pile of trash and run past these two guys taking pot shots at you. Now, when you jump down to the lower level, immediately turn around and kill the wizard and open the door for a not so helpful shortcut. Turning back around, run to the top of the stairs and kill the guy. Head left, and now we are going to jump onto the roof like Mary Poppins, or Dick Van Dyke from Mary Poppins. That's a boomer reference. Let's just move on. There are two marionettes here that you're going to probably want to take out from a distance as they just love shooting their arrows at you. You can watch the targeting system in this game fail as I get peppered. From there, head to the right, climb up this ladder. Now, this next area can actually be pretty tough. 3 skeleton gremlin gargoyles that are just hiding out above, as well as a mage that's going to shoot a double helix dingleberry of pain directly at your face if he spots you. So try and pick up as many gargoyles as you can. After that, we're going to parkour around some rooftops, so jump down onto the one directly in front of you, continue forward as you head to the right, and then continue down the obvious path here. Be careful, as at the very bottom here, there are marionette archers, which I would suggest taking out with range if you have the ability to do so. Once you do that, drop back down again. Be careful, there's a little corner here. I almost fall off of it. Then turn right, drop down again. If you want, you can run across this easy path to the right and grab this free item. There's also an item if you go to the left here and jump across the ledge, which I'm not going to do for the sake of this example. Continue forward, ignoring the ladder for now, and instead we're going to jump down onto that lower ledge there. We are almost to our hat. There are 2 marionette soldiers here, one on the left and one on the right. Murder them with extreme prejudice because they are creepy and weird and definitely deserve it. After that, you're going to hop off the side of this church down onto these ledges, then run forward, and there is our friend Magical Mystical Crab Man, who we are unfortunately going to have to kill. Once you kill him, you get the Twin Sage Glintstone Crown, which is in my opinion the best mage hat in the game. As you can see, it gives a whopping 6 intelligence if it is equipped, although it does eat away a percentage of your health. So it is up to you if this is worth it. I think it generally is if you are an int build, especially if you're a ranged int build. Just don't think about how hideous it is. Then that's pretty much it. An easy jaunt through Hogwarts and you ended up with a very strong mage hat, a great mage talisman, as well as a cool spell. If this video has been helpful, please leave a like and a comment. Also, you might want to check out my builds around Astrologer and other mage related stuff that can help you get an edge and find even better gear. But regardless, I hope this helped you get your mage overpowered and have yourself a fantastic time in Elden Ring.